Hello, and welcome to the Kathleen Spracklin podcast. I am a woman on a mission to help you get the Zettelkasten of your dreams on your work table beside you. Well, this is part 3 in pre-numbering. This is our Pre-Zettelkasten series where we talk about the ideas behind a Zettelkasten before we talk about the how-tos and how you're going to make it happen. There's a good reason for talking about the ideas first, and that's because a Zettelkasten is really a thought process. Everyone says a Zettelkasten is a thinking partner, and it really is. And it's that conversation that you have with your box that's the whole reason you keep a Zettelkasten. So a Zettelkasten is a process that happens to leave behind some cards. So we want to talk about the thinking process first before we start making a lot of cards. Now, you know we've been going along collecting cards. I showed you how to make main cards, and we're trying to build up a group, maybe about 25, before we start putting numbers on the cards, because that's going to dive us into really actually producing a Zettelkasten. But today we're going to talk about the third choice in how you might organize your card. We've already talked about categories, where you start with a number, typically 4 digits, that gets finer and finer and finer and finer grained, that narrows you right into a category where you might be adding a new card. Then we talked about foundation cards. Foundation cards are conversational cards. They're main cards like any other card, but you get to make them and you get to set them out as the way you want your structure to be formed in your Zettelkasten. Well, tonight we're going to talk about a third choice. Totally organic structure. Want to see how that works? Come on over to the down-facing camera and I'll show you. Okay, so here we are in our pre-numbering series. We are ready to talk about the third choice, organic structure. Let's see how this choice works. I hope you will not be surprised to discover that just like the other 2 choices, the very first question that you ask your card, your new card that wants to join your Zettelkasten, is there a conversation you'd like to join? And just like previously, the yes answer is your card number will come from the conversation your new card joins. It will be very, very easy. In fact, it will be so easy, we will call it effortless. What changes is the no answer. If your new card has no conversation at all that it wants to join, then it's going to simply take the next available free number. Oh my gosh, you can't imagine a system any easier. These are super easy. We haven't gone over how to do it yet, but oh my gosh, it's easy. This is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Literally as easy as counting. If you've got the numbers 1, 2, and 3 taken, and your new card has no place it wants to go, it gets card number 4. Wow, how could anything be easier? Well, there are some dangers, and we've got to look out for those. What on earth could be dangerous about giving a new card the next available number? That's so easy, how could it possibly be dangerous? Well, the simplest reason that it might become dangerous is that you might end up with a very stubby Zettelkasten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, bloop, 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 and with a whole bunch of cards all strung out that don't converse with anyone. That'd be pretty sad. That'd be very sad. So you're going to have to be rather flexible in terms of the ways that your new card can join a conversation. And in the organic system, this is especially true, although these pointers that I'm about to give you are also true for any of the other numbering systems. This is a preview because we'll come back to them again, but just so you know what I mean, a new card can join a conversation that it very naturally fits in with. A new card can join a conversation that it kind of sort of fits in with. It'd be a little bit sassy to bring up this slightly different thing, but it could join it. Let me give you an example of that kind so it's not floating in the air. Suppose you're doing something with octopuses. Well, octopuses inject ink. So, hey, your new card, if your new card is about a new wonderful type of ink that's just fabulous for the writing process, it could join the octopus card. It could. You'd have to choose if you wanted to. So you might want to get a little bit flexible in the organic and let the connections be a little wilder than you would normally do with the other two systems. The other way that your new card might want to join an existing conversation is it might want to disagree with the cards. It might come up to them and basically say, well, well, maybe, but, and offer a different opinion. That's almost a disruptive join. But if you're using an organic system, you're going to want to be open to more ready to join a new card to a conversation than you would be in any of the other systems, mostly so that you don't end up getting things all choppy. Then another whole danger. You have to be flexible about which comes first. If you've got a Zettelkasten all full of things about literature and history, and that little C mollusk card comes along that we talked about yesterday, you'd have to be willing to let that C mollusk card take the next available number and be quite fine if the card that comes after is on marine biology. And there won't be any problem at all having your marine biology card choose the little sea mollusk card for its parent. So if you're the kind of person that gets all hung up with hierarchy and it's like, wait a minute, marine biology can't have a sea mollusk as its parent, then don't choose organic, because that kind of thing can happen all over the place with organic. So organic is a little bit wild and fluid, but boy, if you're looking for fascinating connections and you want everything about your card numbering to be easy, consider the organic method. Well, what we're going to do next time is review all three of the methods, and we're going to do a compare and contrast and talk about why you might want to choose one system over the other and where you might want to go to make a decision about which organizational system you might want to use. And we'll also talk about the possibility of having some hybrid systems that mix and match the cards. So come on back next time for our wrap-up on organization in our Pre-Zettelkasten pre-numbering series. See you then. Bye-bye.